Hey everybody, Yogi Philosopher here, and today we're going to do some sun salutations. Specifically, we're going to do 4 sun A's, 3 sun B's, and 2 sun C's. And we will begin in downward facing dog. Alright, so we're going to get started by just hanging out in downward facing dog for a little bit. So you feel free to make this dog your own however you'd like. I like bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg to get into the hamstrings, but you do you. Alright, and so we'll get started. For our first sun A, so inhaling, bending your knees, looking forward to the top of your mat, exhaling your way to the top however you'd like, either taking a couple steps, maybe one big step, or even a hop. Inhaling, halfway lift, and then exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling with a little bend in those knees to protect the hammies. We're going to rise all the way up to standing, arms to the sky. And then as we begin our exhale, we begin our descent right back down, again with a little bend in the knees, and also trying to keep that spine neutral as long as you can, but then eventually folding forward, letting the spine round at the bottom of your fold and your exhale. Inhaling, halfway lift. And then as we exhale, we're going to go through our first vinyasa flow. So I step back to a forearm plank to protect my wrist, but you can feel free to hop back to a plank. Then as you exhale, lower down either all the way to the mat or just through chaturanga. Inhaling to your back bend, whether that be cobra or up dog. And exhaling all the way back down to back, I should say, to our downward facing dog. And we'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, number 2. Inhaling, bending both knees, looking forward to the top of your mat. Exhaling your way to the top however you'd like. Inhaling, halfway lift. And then exhaling, fold. Once again, roots to rise. So inhaling, rising all the way up to standing, arms to the sky. And then as you begin your exhale, you begin your descent all the way back down. Once again, little bend in the knees, neutral spine, but eventually just rounding forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. And then exhale, going through your flow. So stepping, maybe hopping back to plank or forearm plank. Continuing to exhale as you lower down either to the mat or through chaturanga. Inhaling to your back bend. And exhaling all the way back to downward facing dog. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, Sun A number 3. Inhaling, bending your knees, looking forward. Exhaling your way to the top. Inhaling, half lift. And exhaling, fold. Inhaling, rising all the way up to standing, arms to the sky. Then as you begin your exhale, begin your descent all the way back down. Inhaling, halfway lift. And then exhale, flowing it back to your dog. So, stepping or hopping back. Exhaling down to the floor or chaturanga. Inhaling to your back bend. And exhaling all the way back to downward facing dog. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now for our last Sun A. Inhaling, knees bend. Exhaling to the top of your mat. Inhaling, half lift. And exhaling, fold. Inhaling, rising all the way up to standing, arms to the sky. And exhaling all the way back down. Inhaling, halfway lift. And then exhaling, flowing it through your vinyasa, back to a downward facing dog. Inhale to your back bend. And exhaling back to your downward facing dog. Once again for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we're going to start our 3 Sun Salutation Bs. As before, we're going to inhale, bending your knees, looking forward, exhaling your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, fingertips to mat, maybe hands to shins. And then exhaling, fold. And so for here, make sure your big toes are touching at a little space between your heels, bending your knees, sitting your hips back. Then we're going to inhale, raise up your torso and your arms to our chair pose just for a moment. And then as we begin to exhale, we begin to straighten our legs and then fold over our straightened legs. Inhaling, halfway lift. And then exhaling, flowing your way back to just a quick downward facing dog this time. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale back to your dog. Inhale the right leg all the way up to the sky behind you. And this time, as you exhale, bringing that right foot forward all the way by the right hand or right thumb. Deep bend in that right knee, grounding that back left foot at a 45-degree angle. And then rooting strongly through both legs. Inhale, rise all the way up to our Warrior 1. And then once again, as you begin your exhale, you begin your descent all the way back down. Planting the palms, stepping that right foot back. Going through your flow, meeting in another quick dog. Okay, from downward facing dog. This time, inhale your left leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, stepping that left foot all the way forward, grounding that back right foot at a 45-degree angle. Deep bend in that left foot, grounding down through both legs strongly as you inhale, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. And then exhale all the way back down, planting the palms, stepping that left foot back, going through your flow, and meeting in a downward facing dog. And we'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So Sun A number 2. Inhaling, bending your knees, looking forward. Exhaling your way all the way up to the top. Inhaling, half lift. And then exhale, fold. And then again, big toes together, little space between the heels, bending those knees, sitting the hips back and down. Then inhaling, raising up your torso and your arms. Then as you exhale, straightening your legs to fold over your straightened legs. Inhaling, halfway lift. And then exhale, just flowing it back to a quick downward facing dog. Inhale to back bend. And exhaling back. Once again, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot forward. back foot down at that 45-degree, deep bend in the right knee, inhaling, reaching the torso and the arms all the way up for warrior one. Then exhaling all the way down, planting the palms, stepping that right foot back, going through your flow, meeting in another quick dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot all the way forward, grounding that back right foot once again at the 45-degree angle. Inhaling, rising up, warrior one again on this side. Exhaling all the way down, planting the palms, stepping that left foot back, going through our flow, and meeting in another downward facing dog. And we'll be in downward facing dog for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, last Sun B. Once again, inhaling, bending your knees, looking forward, exhaling your way to the top. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold. Big toes together, little space between the heels, bending the knees, sitting the hips back, inhaling up, torso up, arms up for our last chair pose. And then exhaling, straightening the legs, folding over your straightened legs to our forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. And then exhale, flowing it back to our quick downward facing dog. Inhale to your back bend. Exhaling to your dog. Inhale that right leg all the way up. Exhale, right foot all the way forward. Back foot down. Deep bend in the right knee. Inhaling, rise. Warrior one. Exhaling, fall. Planting the palms, stepping the right foot back. Going through your flow and meeting in a quick downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg all the way up. Exhale, left foot all the way forward. Right foot down at that 45-degree. Inhaling, rising up. Our last warrior one, this time on the left side. And exhaling all the way down. Planting the palms, stepping that left foot back. Going through your flow and meeting in a downward facing dog. We'll be in down dog for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we're going to get started with our Sun Salutation C, and this is a version of Sun C that I incorporate a lot in my practice, so you'll probably see versions of this in future videos. We'll start once again, inhaling, bending your knees, looking forward. Exhaling your way to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And then as we did with our Sun A's, inhaling, rising all the way up to standing, arms to the sky. And big surprise, exhaling all the way back down. Inhaling, halfway lift. And this time from here, we're going to step the right foot back, lowering the right knee down, maybe untucking the right toes if you'd like. That's personal preference. And then rooting down through both legs here, we're going to inhale, rise up to our Anjaneyasana, low lunge, low crescent lunge. And then exhale all the way back down, as we did with our warrior ones. Maybe tucking the right toes under, lifting the right knee up, stepping that left foot back, and going through your flow back to a quick downward facing dog. So inhaling to your back bend. And then exhaling all the way down and all the way back. Inhaling the right leg all the way up to the sky as we've done before. Exhaling, stepping the right foot all the way forward. This time dropping the left knee down, maybe untucking those left toes if you'd like. For Anjaneyasana, low lunge on this side. So rooting down, inhaling, rising, torso and arms up. And exhaling all the way down. This time stepping the left foot all the way up to meet the right at the top of the mat. Inhaling, half lift. Then exhaling, fold. Inhaling, rising all the way up to standing. Exhaling all the way down. Inhaling, halfway lift. And then this time stepping that left foot back, returning to the same low lunge. So we were just here. So stepping the left foot back, dropping that left knee, maybe untucking the left toes, rooting down through both legs, inhaling, rising all the way up. Exhaling all the way down, planting the palms, stepping that right foot back to meet the left, going through your flow, and meeting in a quick downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg all the way up. Exhale, left foot all the way forward. You guessed it, right knee down, untucking those right toes if you'd like. Inhaling, rooting down through both legs so you can rise all the way up, Anjaneyasana. And then exhaling all the way down, stepping the right foot up to meet the left at the top of the mat. Inhaling, half lift. And then exhaling, fold. Inhaling, rising all the way up to standing, arms to the sky. Exhaling all the way down. Inhaling, half lift. And then exhale, stepping, maybe hopping back to your plank, maybe forearm plank. Exhaling either down to the mat or chaturanga. Inhaling to your back bend once again. And then exhaling all the way down, and continue to exhale as you make your way back to our downward facing dog, where we will be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, last Sun C, last sequence of the day. Inhaling, bending your knees, looking forward. Exhaling your way to the top. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up to standing, arms to the sky. Exhaling all the way back down. Inhaling, halfway lift here. And then exhaling, stepping that right foot back, dropping that right knee down, rooting down through both legs. So on an inhale, you rise up to your low crescent lunge. Exhaling all the way back down, planting the palms, stepping that left foot back, going through your flow, and just meeting in a quick downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot all the way forward, left knee down, getting your legs all set up so when you're ready you can inhale, rise to your low lunge, and then exhale down. Stepping the left foot to meet the right at the top of the mat, inhaling, half lift, and exhale, fold. Inhaling all the way up to standing, arms to the sky. And you guessed it, exhaling, folding right back down. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling, stepping that left foot back, left knee down, returning to the same low lunge where we were. Inhaling, rising up, Anjaneyasana. Exhaling down. Planting the palms, stepping that right foot back, going through your flow. Inhaling left leg all the way up behind you. Exhale, stepping the left foot all the way forward, right knee down. Final Anjaneyasana. So when you're ready, rooting down to rise up on an inhale. Exhaling all the way back down. Stepping that right foot up to the top of the mat. Inhaling, half lift. And then exhaling, fold. Inhaling, rising all the way up to standing. One last time here, arms up. And exhale. Little bend in those knees, keeping that spine neutral as long as you can. Then eventually reaching the bottom of your fold with the bottom of your exhale. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, last vinyasa flow. So stepping, maybe hopping back to plank or forearm plank. Continue to exhale as you lower down. Inhaling to your back bend. And exhaling back, finally, to our downward facing dog, where we began. Well, all right then. And so at this point, feel free to go to Shavasana, just hang out for a while to, absorb the benefits of your practice, or feel free to continue practicing, whatever you'd like to do. I just hope that you liked this video, and if you did, feel free to, like the video or subscribe for future videos, or to just leave any comments about stuff that you would like to see me teach. And yeah, I guess that's it. So have a good one.